The truth is that it's not everybody that will be successful in this life. It's not everybody that will be successful. And you not being successful, it doesn't mean that you don't want to be successful. There are people who want to be successful, but the problem is that they are not putting the much effort that is needed. You must know success is not for the weak-minded people. There are people who give up on the way that is leading them to their success. While there are people who always they determine to get to their destination, to their final destination, no matter what it takes. They always determine to get there. So this thing is very simple. You see the hand. Check the fingers very well. You can see the fingers. All of them are not equal. So this world is designed in such a way that we all cannot be equal. There are people who live their life in this world and they ended up living as a person who was not successful. And there are people who lived and they ended up living this world as a successful person. So this thing is meant to be like that. You see, the way our destiny is designed, there are people who their destiny is that they will work for someone for the rest of their life and they will be okay. While there are people who their destiny is that they will never work for someone. While there are people who their destiny is also that they will work for someone and from there they can become the boss of their own. So this thing is very simple. So why I'm telling you this is this. It's very important that you as a person, or you as a man especially, before you start thinking of investing in a business, first of all, build a house. Build a small house. What I mean by building a house, I don't mean that you must build mansion, no. Build a house, even if it's 2 rooms and a sitting room, just for a start, just for you to start your life with, before you start thinking of investing money in a business. That thing that you were doing to be able to save money for you to invest in a business. First of all, use that money that you saved to build a house. And try to continue whatever you were doing to get the money to build a house. And save the money for the business. Because the truth is that business is not a guarantee. There is no guarantee in business. Business is full of risk. You can invest millions in business and it can crumble. There are many people who failed in their business and there are many people who succeeded as well. The salient point here is that you don't know if you will succeed in the business or not. Even though your mindset will be like you will succeed if you do this business. But you are not sure of it. So it's still under probability that it might or it might not. So to be on the safe side, it's better to build a small house for a start. And then continue your hustle to have enough money that you can invest in a business. Sometimes with your house even, your house can guarantee you some small loans that you can even invest in a business. Your house can guarantee you some small loans. So if maybe you are so business minded and then you want to be like, okay, no, business this, business that, you can take the money and build a house. After building the house, maybe you can try to apply for loan. But it's important that you first build a house. Because what if the business you are investing money in crumbles? Now you don't have a house of your own. And now you don't even know, you are not even sure where your next rent is going to come from. Just because you've made that mistake of building, of investing money in a business. You know, sometimes with your house, someone can easily borrow you money. With your house, someone can easily borrow you money. Okay, let's think of this. As a man, maybe you are around 30 and now you are thinking of investing in a business, but you don't have a house. And then you take the money and invest in a business. And then maybe the business crumbles within some couple of years, maybe in 2 years' time or whatever. Because when you started a business, as a new business, you cannot just expect it to start booming immediately. So now the business crumbles. Maybe the time your business will crumble, maybe around that time you are 30 something. And that time, that age, you are expected to be married and have children. So what happens to you and your family if the business crumbles? The business we are hoping that is going to give you money for you to build a house. Now the business has crumbled. Now you don't have a house of your own and you are not sure of where the next rent is going to come from. The rent you're going to pay for wherever you are renting. What do you think that will happen to your life if that becomes the case? So it's very important that you must first build a small house. Then if you are lucky enough and then the money keeps coming, then you can invest in a business. And when you invest the money in the business, then maybe the luck is by your side. Then the money will keep on coming in bundles or whatever. That's when you can think of building the mansion, building the house of your choice. But for a start, you have to build a smaller house. For a start. It's very important. I'm telling you this for free. It's very important that you must take a house very serious. Just 2 rooms. Not a fancy house that you can be like, just 2 rooms with a sitting room is enough for a start. Then you can invest the rest of the money in a business if there is. Because the business does not have any guarantee. You don't have guarantee in business. So house is very important. Because your life must go on even if your business crumbled. And you have a family. So how will you and your family be, how will you guys be surviving without a house? The time you're supposed to be thinking the next step, now you'll be worried about how will you get money or how will you raise money for the rent. So it becomes a very big deal when the situation becomes so awkward like that. And the funny part of it is that our time in this world is stipulated. It's too short. So, you as a man, you are 30 and you started business while you are 30. And maybe at 33 or something, you're already married, you've got kids. Maybe at 34 or 35, you were expecting your business to be successful, to give you money for you to be able to build a house. And now the business has crumbled. How old do you still have for you to hustle? How many years do you have for you to hustle, to pick up again?